Saturday evening, I just fancy playing a little bit of this here guitar, the old Peavey Raptor. Really, really cheap guitar, but they sound rather nice. And I've just got it going through various bits and pieces on Amplion. Yeah, noise gate, delay, reverb, bit of delay, bit of reverb, bit of chorus, and what have you. So that's all good fun, and yeah, just giving that a bit of a jam, messing about trying to get some nice sounds. So how the devil are you all? I won the Disgracelands Bellend of the Day award yesterday for absolute bellendery, above and beyond the call of bellend duty, where I was sitting here last night having bought 4 bottles of beer, drunk some of them, and thought quite late, about 2 o'clock this morning, that I fancied, you know, another drink just before watching a film or something, I don't know, and looked in the fridge, looked in the bottom drawer and opened it, and then there was nothing in there, and I thought, oh well, I don't know how many I've had, 2 or 3, I can't remember. So this morning, go up to the shops, get some bread, get some other bits and pieces, bought some beer, came back, there was a beer in the fridge left from last night that was in there when I was drinking water. So don't be a bellend, check the fridge twice. That's a message from the UK government, whatever's left of it. I think I am what's left of it. I think I had a note through the door today, it was in English, crossed out, it just said you're the only person left. So whatever. Anyway, the beer, look at this, cloudy. But it's meant to be that way because it's wheat beer. See, it says on the label, wheat beer, or Weiss beer. White beer, obviously. And this is made in Germany, in Bavaria somewhere, and it's 5%. 5%. It's in the co-op at the moment. Well, this one isn't because it's here. So I've been testing a bit of this out. It's a bit like Hogarden. You know, you get all the lumps in the bottom of the bottle, and then you've got to swill it around and chuck all that in there, so you get all this cloudiness, lovely cloudiness. It doesn't make you go to the poo, so that's all right. So you can drink this safely, and even if you have a cough, you should be quite safe. So yeah, fine. It's a bit like Hogarden, but a bit more sort of bit bubblegummy, sort of, without being offensive. Like some drinks. Red Bull. Have you ever drunk Red Bull? I've never ever had one of those. I mean, they're just wild. Why anyone would ever need to give me a high sugar loaded calorie caffeine drink is beyond me. I mean, that would just be a form of torture if someone locked me in a room with them and gave me a caffeine drink. They'd probably end up killing themselves just to get away from manic city. My Tourette's used to get sparked off if I ate something like a Jaffa cake, which is like a chocolate thing, like a cake thing, biscuit thing with chocolate on top and orange in the middle. Something about that orange jelly stuff used to make my Tourette's go insane. And one of my best old buddies, my old mate Danny, years ago, it was my birthday, and he came around and said, oh, I've got you a present, whatever it was, and I got you this, and it was a Jaffa cake, because normally Jaffa cakes are tiny little things like that big, you know, little, and you get a packet of them and you eat. But this, he bought me an entire Jaffa cake about this big. Said, I want you to see you eat that and see, I want you to eat that and see what happens. So I did. It was like the intro scene of Who Framed Roger Rabbit, where people were just all over the fucking shop. So think once, think twice, don't give me Jaffa cakes if you're not, you know, prepared to suffer the full force of my manic Tourette. So anyway, Red Bull. It was actually Danny again. It was my mate. We were going to a gig in Colchester one night and jumped into this bar on the way there, and he had a Red Bull and vodka or something. That's the first time I've ever been within like 20 feet of one of those Red Bull things, and it stunk. It was just like being dipped in sugar, just being that far away from it was absolutely fucking disgusting. I don't know how they sell any of it at all. I mean, you've got to be blazing fucking drunk to go near that stuff in the first place. So I've never had it. I've never ever had any energy drink apart from coffee with quite a few sugars in, which I do sometimes if, you know, I want to watch a film and it's late and I'm knackered, but I want to stay awake for it and drink a bottle of wine. So I'll have a cup of coffee, wake myself up, and then I can stay awake long enough to drink a bottle of wine and watch a film. Alcoholic much? No, really, thank you. So this stuff, you get all the grot in the bottom of the bottle and you swill it around and you chuck it in there, and that's why it goes cloudy. And so it doesn't make you go to the poo, so it's quite safe. You have to chill this stuff down. It's very nice though. And it was Matt who reminded me about these things. Matt's World of Cool Stuff, who's coming over here tomorrow. I should have had a cigarette before I did this. I'm nicotine poisoning. Lack of nicotine poisoning. Nicotine withdrawal poisoning. Natural body, it's my natural body poisoning myself as all the nicotine leaves it. Perhaps what we need to do is get a tiny little Donald Pleasance and Racker Welsh and inject them into me, and then have them swimming around, and hopefully they won't reach full size again before, you know, the time's up at the end of the film. Luckily they just get him out of his neck or his eye. So that's, anyone any idea what I'm talking about? Any idea whatsoever? But this was something. If I could save this bloody preset, can I? Oh, hang on, save as, I can do this. I can save this preset, and this is what I was going to talk about. One of the things was, if you have an amp with tons and tons and tons of effects, and I'm sure Mercurial number 6 has talked about this before, you should go and check out his rant about modelling amplifiers and things like that, and not about modelling amplifiers as such, but the fact that if you've got an amp that's got 200 different settings on it, you're going to spend all day sometimes just tweaking and just fucking about and just trying to get different sounds, when what you really want to be doing is plugging in and playing the guitar. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to save this patch, because this was just something I wanted to get together for when. So it's got all that. So you've got your spanky little bit on there, and then you've got your... So you've got all those, you know, from that to your spanking. It's got enough drive to, you know. Maybe I should slap another drive pedal in there as well, but I'm going to save this as a preset. So when Matt comes down tomorrow, I ain't going to be fucking about with Amplion all day, going, oh, I'll just get a preset, And I'll have one already there, and I'll have a few hopefully that are already loaded up that I'll just go to and have some decent sounds. Well, I think he's bringing his pig nose amp and Telecaster and this little Zoom jellyfish, Zoom amplifier, amp stimulator. It's just a feather on a stick. Ooh, 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 that's nice. So yeah, so let's call it. Matt's Visit preset 1, and we'll save that, and I've no idea where it's going to save that to, but now I have a preset sitting there, and I can even bang another killer pedal in front of it maybe, and you know, have an extra push over the cliff, you know, if I need a, let's put a super drive on there. Well, that's more like it, isn't it? I'm doing that, I should be able to do. Awesome. So now I have that absolute filth online as well. So I'll just save that again. What do? Store, save. Yes. So that's all saved. So that's, yeah. Anyway, don't be a bellend. If you have a if you think that you might, just by a slim chance, you might have one beer left in the fridge, check it again, check it again, and then check it again. If that doesn't work, go to the shop and buy more fucking beer, and then check that again. So, just shopping tips really here. That's what we do best, is we do shopping. God, I had to go shopping the other week for clothes. I went to a wedding the other week, which was actually a really chilled out day. It was really good fun. But I had to go buying clothes. Oh my God, that's appalling. I hate buying clothes. Always hated it. But you know, since I had a breakdown, I'm a bit more agoraphobic and a bit less happy around people and in crowds and things. I absolutely detest shopping, and clothes shopping even more than anything, because I'm not like a normal shape and size. I mean, it's just ridiculous. So I get trousers that are long enough for my legs, pants, sorry, long enough for my legs, and then they're out here in the waist, or if they fit my waist, then they only come up to there on my legs. And it's like, same with shirts. It's like, what, you can't get tall, thin shirt, not for you know, £3.50. How many things have I got up? Hang on, that's better. They're out now. They're free. Yes, so discipline yourself. If you find that you're doing guitar practice, or you think you're doing guitar practice and things like that, make sure you're not spending hours and hours messing about with getting sound effects and things like that, even though it's bloody awesome once in a while to do that and get extremely hammered off your head and go woo and things like that. I do that quite a lot. I don't even plug the guitar in. Sit here and go woo. But use your practice time wisely. Full of great ideas, and bell end of the day, use your practice time wisely, and you know. I was going to do an acoustic video, but this doesn't sound bad. Oh, the E's gone flat. It's not helped by the fact that these strings are about 100,000 million years old. Alright, they're just over 100,000 million years old. I'm sorry, not to exaggerate, they're not quite that new. So these are, so you fret this on the 12th fret and you might as well be down here somewhere on the 5th. But unfortunately, I've only got one set of electric guitar strings left by some complete misadventure. We sent Jeff off to the shops and to get some, but obviously we didn't give him any money, and I think he phoned us from the police. Well, he didn't phone us from the police station. The police just sent us a picture and said, "Do you know this person?" We said, "No, never seen him before in our lives," and we've locked the door and shut the curtains, so there's no chance of him coming back today, thank God for that. So we have to buy our own bloody strings. And yes, with that, something just went whistle, didn't it? I think something whistled at me. Who's this? Oh, could be exciting, could be exciting. Something just whistled at me. It is. Excellent. None of your business. None of your business. So I'm going to be doing this evening, drinking another couple of these and then getting the place prepared for visit tomorrow. getting the place prepared, that basically involves making sure that I know where my bank card is, so in the morning I can go and buy some more beer. And making sure I've got enough tobacco, and making sure there is beer and tobacco and Rizzler papers and food. I bought some food. Food's good. So there's food and there's beer and there's tobacco. That's, you know, and there's a lighter there. So I've got a bottle opener and this thermos, and all I need is this thermos. I've got a spare set of strings for something. Spare set of strings for something. See, I've got some spare strings, and I was going to restring a bunch of guitars, but the strings I've got are not the strings I really want. What I really want, really want, I'll tell you what I want, what I really want, a couple of sets of 10s really, because I've got a couple of Gibson-y scale length guitars. Gibson-y scale length guitars as opposed to Fender-y scale length guitars. Gibson, Fender, Gibson, Fender, Gibson, Fender, Gretsch. So apart from that, it's all been fine. The regatta that I mentioned yesterday in that video, fucking hell on earth, man. I walked outside here and there were 100,000 million people out there, because I counted them, every single one of them. And how I knew that I took a big potato stamp, got a bag of potatoes, put a stamp on it and just smacked people over the head with that. And that was great. And after the first 100,000 million of them, I was there at the shop, at the co-op, and there was no one in there, obviously, because they're all down the effing river, just like I predicted, because I'm excellent. So I win the non-bell end of the day award for not being the bell end of the day, for going to the shop when it was empty, because everyone was down the bloody river. Although, that's probably going to be taken away from me, because later on I'll forget how many beers there are in the fridge, and I'll look in there and say, oh my god, they're empty, I've got to drink water, and the next day I'll wake up in there, and guess how many beers there'll be in there? 100,000 million. I'm just basing these numbers, I'm just generating random numbers, and they're getting bigger and bigger, because it's actually, I'm going inversely to the way that the British pound is currently plummeting through the centre of the earth. That's how they, but basically, the Brexit, this is pretty cool, actually. It's brand new science that I've just thought of and invented and made up, so it's not true. In fact, I haven't got a clue what I'm about to say, so this is an exclusive. The pound is falling so sharply, put a quid coin on the floor and it should bury a hole in the floor, so I can get to China for nothing just by jumping down the hole, or Australia, or anywhere on the other side of the world, you see, like in kids comics. If that doesn't work, I don't know what will. They don't call me Elon Musk for nothing. What do you mean then? Apparently they don't call me Elon Musk because I've got nothing. Thoroughly depressing. Almost had my eye out there. If I'd have done that, I had my glasses off. So don't drink a beer like this is what you don't want. Don't do this. Don't take your glasses off. Put your finger there and do that, because no one needs that. That's very, very dangerous. So again, it's just full of it today, isn't it? I'm absolutely full of it. That should be my new slogan. Robbo Lands Vids. He's absolutely full of it. And with that, thank you for watching. Just thought I'd give a bit of spiel on a Saturday afternoon. Yeah, inspire you all to plug your guitar in, get an electric guitar, plug it in, but don't go crazy and crazy and crazy with effects. Just find a nice, smooth overdrive, a little bit of reverb, a little bit of delay, maybe a touch of chorus. That's all I've got in here, and some compression and some limiter and a noise gate and another delay. But that's, you know, they're all really subtle, so that's all you need. And another overdrive pedal, obviously, and a super drive and a screamer pedal. So apart from that, that's all I've really got. Never leave home without it. Or be like me, agoraphobic, never leave home. Luckily I haven't got an outside toilet, else that would be ridiculous. Imagine that, being an agoraphobic with an outside toilet. In winter. God, especially if you're thirsty, drinking tons and tons of water. You've got to wait till like July when it's really, really hot and it just comes out by osmosis, by which time it's just... Anyway, I'm not going to take my tablets tomorrow, so I can have a few beers, and we're going to video some bits and pieces that are going on, hopefully, and that should be hilarious. We may well go out and have a look down the pub, but I think there's still going to be probably 3 million people, 300 million, 1,000 people here in Wigan tomorrow. So, so I'll be going to the shops and hiding in there until they've all gone home. Anyway. I'm rambling now. I'm going to stop this because it's ridiculous. Shouldn't expect you to watch this rubbish. But you do, so thank you very much. screen of black, Jeff.